What's up, gang? Headed out of town about an hour and a half away right now to meet actually my mentor. Point I want to make of this video is to take the fucking risk. 7 months ago technically, I started selling on Amazon. In 3 months, I went from 0 to 20K in sales, and I've done 20K in sales the last 4 months. I've bought 2 different courses. Nothing is wrong with the first course I bought. I just was doing DVDs and never went through it, and the course was for wholesale. And then I also just ended up vibing with this other dude who I felt was more one-on-one with me. And even though I still had bought this other course for $1,000 and I still have access to it and have started to go through it, I also bought another course for $1,000 because I believed in this coach and my mentor. And I just really like, the energy he gives off, and I feel it's a lot more relatable, kind of from our backgrounds, where he's at and where I'm at and where I'm coming from. Also just having tattoos and shit like that. But he flew down to Florida, and that's where I'm at. And now, if I never would have bought that course, and started building that relationship even before I bought the course, he flew down to Florida, and now I'm going to actually meet him. So this is the first time I've ever gotten to meet a coach of mine before, because I have had a couple others throughout my life. Definitely plan to meet them at some point. But it is pretty dope that, a simple $1,000, it may seem like a lot to some people, but at the end of the day, if you want to really grow and scale any business and somebody has the information and is doing what you're doing, you need to take the risk. And not every course is going to pan out. Not every course is going to make you a millionaire, but you can take nuggets from every single course, to build those skill sets and to really create that well-rounded individual that does finally reach success through whatever methods that they're passionate about or are guaranteed to make happen no matter what. And so if I wouldn't have bought that course, I wouldn't be going to meet my coach. I wouldn't be able to build this relationship not only through the internet, but online, to where I can actually build a real relationship, a real friend, a real mentor, someone that I can potentially grow with and do orders with in the future when I level this shit up and get on a similar level, or at least have more capital to structure this with. And on top of that, just the energy he gives out based on the knowledge he knows. I know that me switching into wholesale, he gave me a lot of game and pointers and tips before I even jumped in the course. And like I said, started to build that relationship before I did. Vibed with him. I'm beyond blessed for all the information I get, and I just know this was the right move. And if I never would have done that, if I never would have taken the fucking risk, I wouldn't be able to be going and meeting him right now, because he is a big seller on Amazon. So this is very dope. But not only that, but to also get the mentorship and potential content and information, most importantly, in person, to where, people would pay hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to do that with their coach that they pay a course for or whatever. And obviously, the more of a following, bigger of a brand that you have, the more that's going to cost. And so this is priceless to me. I mean, this can be worth, thousands, $10,000s of dollars, based on what you do with the information. But at the end of the day, if you don't do anything with the information, it doesn't matter. And that's why they say, knowledge is power, but it's not. Knowledge is only power if you take action, which is what I did in the first place. Jumping into DVDs and into Amazon in general, taking action on the course without, trying to nickel and dime or ask a billion questions. It's like, if somebody's doing better than you, take the chance and go in it and trust them. And a good way to look at life is to trust people first. And if they fuck you over, then they lose trust forever, and you can completely kick them out of your life. And I understand that can be different and difficult when it has money involved. But in the day, I felt it was right in my heart. Purchased the course. Now I'm getting to go meet him, build this relationship, continue to grow, and maybe even one day be a potential coach in his program. But just the ability that I'm going to get to meet somebody in person that is doing an incredible amount of revenue per month that I can't wait to hit, and I get to go and hang out with that person in person and really pick their brain and ask cool questions, it's just a blessing. It's a blessing from God, and you just never know where life can take you and how you can connect and build these incredible relationships in life if you don't take that risk. And so if you're seeing this right now, God wants you to take the risk. Take the risk, go all in for 6 to 12 months, see where that risk leads you. If it doesn't work out, pivot, switch to something else, give that 6 to 12 months. But whatever you do, never give up, and do not be afraid to take the fucking risk. We live once. You don't want to be fucking 80, 90, 100, whatever in your deathbed and regret that you didn't take that chance, that you didn't take that risk, and forever regret that until the day you die. This is a sign from God to take the fucking risk, playa. You got this.